I am the general manager at the Park Shore Waikiki. It is one of the 7 hotels under the Highgate Hotels here in Hawaii, and I have been having the pleasure of being a participant as a mentor with the Blue Startups organization here in Honolulu. What's always been amazing with those cohorts that they've had, that I've been allowed to meet with these various companies, is just what you're talking about. The passion and enthusiasm they have for their product is something that I try to embrace as much as I can. I don't want to be a detractor, but I want to be a realist and say, while your application has value, you have to look at it a little bit further in how it can be utilized, not just in this one application, but in multiple applications or in other ways, so that it has longevity. It's not just a flash in the pan that has a short life and then gets taken away. When you go on vacation, I think the last thing you want to be doing is downloading a new app. I don't think people want to continuously download new apps all the time. You already have your Uber app. You already have your Expedia app that you've downloaded. You've got restaurant apps. You're looking at everything from travel reviews to dining options, all those things. But once you have so many of those apps on your phone, I think you get app fatigue, and you have to be careful. So I always tell them ease of use, ease of the ability for the customer to make something happen, and then also low cost to the suppliers, the hotels, because we can't go out and start spending a lot of money on a whole bunch of new apps if they're not proven, and it's a big risk at the same time there too. When you look at what Apple and Google were even working on jointly in an effort to help with tracking, testing and tracking TNT, to shrink it down, that's going to be so critical in an effort to give people confidence in saying, well, before I get on a plane, before I check into a hotel, before I rent a car, before I go a tour and activity, are the people that are going to be doing this with me all healthy? How do we know that someone has the positive antibodies that show that they're safe to be around and things like that? I think technology is going to be a big part of making that ease. I think in Asia, I think some countries have adopted a lot of technology in tracking you on your phone once they found out that you have been. Those may be a little bit more draconian measures that we would want to employ, I think, in the United States, but I think that it's the core application, though, that makes sense. How can we make that technology work in a way that's both safe, private, and effective, so that we can get back to what will be the new normal in travel, which is going to be remarkably different. And in Hawaii, you have to also take that one step further. When you come to Hawaii, it's all about the personal embrace. We give you a flower lei. Well, no, we can't do that because we can't get that close to you. We have to social distance. We like to give hugs. We are very big in sharing aloha with visitors, and it will be a new normal for us because we are just not used to establishing a relationship with you that is somewhat distant. It's just not normal. I hope we won't get down to toss a lei, because that's not going to really work. But I think we are getting to a point of how we can embrace the changes that are going to be necessary to make the customer feel comfortable. That's our primary goal, is making certain that they are comfortable with the new processes. I mean, wearing of masks, social distancing, elevator limits with cab capacity, things like that. All of that will be implemented in a way that I think will hopefully allow opportunities for you to engage more with somebody, because you can't jam into an elevator. You may actually have a conversation with somebody in the lobby because you're both waiting for an elevator that will allow you to both socially distance but still get acquainted. I just think it's really going to be harder more on our associates, because they want the ability to engage with customers. And when you do that with a mask and you can't see the smile and you've got gloves on and things like that, to your point, it doesn't feel as warm and as embracing. It feels a little sterile, but for the right purposes. I'm hoping that there's a vaccine on the horizon and things can get back to somewhat normal. But I think it's just been a global wake-up call for everybody. This could have happened at any time, and I think no matter how much you think you're prepared for something like this, nobody was prepared for the extent of what we're seeing now.